Welcome everyone to the Setting the Tone podcast. It's your guy Tone right here, back for another episode with my man J Mac. Today's episode, we're going to center it around the defensive line room. And my question is, can this defensive line consistently affect quarterbacks without blitz help?
Don't just think you can flap your yap. No cap, Joe, we looking at the facts and stats. Second city gritty to across the map. Put your cleats on your feet while we run some laps. Buckle up your seat while we have some chats. Who the GOAT on the court, pictures and running backs. Plug in your jacks and you whip your phone. Shalom, let's get it on, this is setting the tone.
All right, J Mac.
Okay. I hear you. What's good, my brother? What's good? You talk about this defensive line room, huh?
Yeah, man.
So, well,
Go
I
ahead.
take it. We all wasn't happy with the defensive line last year, and we wasn't happy that Pose didn't address it, or the team didn't address it fully, the way we wanted to in the offseason and within the draft. So I guess today we're gonna take a look at who's anchoring, who's gonna be the pass rusher, who's gonna provide some run stability, and all those good deals. So let's start it off with some core names along this defensive line.
All right.
So
Who you have in mind?
As the core, we got Montez Sweat.
Okay.
Then we got
Sweat. Who you want to start off with?
Let's start off with Sweat.
Okay.
Start off with Sweat. We got this 8-year veteran finished the season with 10 sacks, a quiet 10 sacks. He had a 4-week streak where he had a sack in each week from week 7 to week 11. He needs some help, as we all know. He wasn't double teamed too much, being the premier edge rusher for us. So I don't know. He didn't look too, for us in our eyes, he didn't look too good on paper. But in my opinion, I really do think he had a quiet good season. He had 13 TFLs. He had 6. How you want to call it? 6 plays that led to turnovers that actually led to NFL. I think he was pretty solid throughout the season at the edge position. What do you think about it?
No, I think he's still the alpha on that defensive line for sure. He's still the premier guy. Like you said, he had a quiet, good season. Wasn't a whole lot of hoopla about him, but he was steady. He did his part as much as he could. My thing about him is he still a top 10 edge rusher? Like when we got him, everybody was saying he top 10, even if it was 9 or 10. They were saying he was top 10 on the edge. Is he still top 10? Has he lived up to the trade? I don't know. That's a good question. I think he has. Has he had enough help since he arrived in Chicago?
That part, no. And I think last season was a down year for him. He was, I think he was plagued with nagging injuries throughout the season. Well, not last season, but the season before that.
Yeah.
And I think he had a good bounce back year as far as being on that defensive line and, providing stability. He wasn't plagued with no nagging injuries last year. He got through the whole season. I think that was good, but he needs some help at the opposite end on that defensive line, and not just at the opposite end,
I was gonna
even
say
in
in
the
the
middle.
middle too. Yeah,
Yeah, even in the middle too. So,
facts.
in order for him, I think in order for him to produce, like I mean, in I hate to use, but I'm have to. According to PFF, he's actually a top 10 defensive end
Okay,
as far as as far as his position. As far
okay.
as pass rushing and all that, no, but he was a top 10 defensive end at his position. So I think he can build on that being in the second year of DA's scheme. And as we said, I mean, he had a quietly a good year. And I'm looking for him to build upon that and help continue to anchor this defensive line.
So you think he's lived up to the trade? He done his part. Well, what we gave them and what
Quietly.
he's done his
Yeah,
part.
quietly. Right. Yeah, quietly. I mean, it ain't been nothing to rave about. It ain't been nothing to, you know, run and do cartwheels about. But yeah, he's quietly went about his business. And, he's shit, according to today's standards and the contracts, he's lived up to his contract.
Word. So as you said, he's a top 10 defensive end, not necessarily edge rusher, pass
Right.
rusher.
Right.
So how many sacks do we need from him this upcoming season to be that dominant edge rusher? The minimum.
I said it's the same. We just need more sack production from other positions along the line. I think he can come out and produce the same.
Okay.
I mean, he had 54 pressures on the season. And again, that's quiet, but it led the team. Led the team in sacks. He's a constant disruption behind the line of scrimmage. So, sometimes it just don't show on tape because they either running away from him or, they're running up the middle. But sometimes you can see him getting instant pressure right away.
So what's needed is someone from the middle of the other side to contain and take care of what he's done already on his side.
Right. And that's where we lead into the off season acquisitions that we picked up. Somebody because two of the three tackles that we picked up in the off season, they pretty much rotational pass rushers. They're better at rushing the passer than, which sucks kind of because we suck there, stopping the run. So when we get in passing downs, you're going to see Gallimore, Street on the field more to pair with Sweat and Booker, I believe,
Okay.
to get a pass rush. Those guys were good in the pass rush. So I'm thinking we're going to see that package a lot. If those two make the team, I can see Gallimore making the team. They signed him to a 2-year contract. Street, they signed him to a 1-year contract, but he can make the team.
Yeah, I think we kind of thin on the line. So with a couple injuries already, from last season, I think we're kind of thin on the line. So I think some guys can make the squad.
Right. So let's go into the opposite side of Sweat. And right
Dio,
now,
he's the injured
well,
guy.
he's
Or
it's either going to be him or Booker,
right.
and we're
Which one you want to
expecting.
go to?
We'll start with Booker because I think Dayo is gonna. He might start the season on a pup, but they're expecting him back doing training camp to be ready to go.
That's crazy.
So yeah, after torn Achilles, his second one. So I believe Booker would fill that position at the moment until he's ready or until he's just ready to give it up. I like the progress that I seen from Booker last season when he got on the field. I think he started the season on injured reserve, missed the first 4 games. I think first 6 weeks, something like that. And even when he got in, he took off. He took off pretty well. Started slow, but he started picking up toward the middle of the season when not toward I'd say toward 3/4 of the season, toward the end when he started picking up and getting his legs up under him. I think he filled in pretty good on a full-time basis for Dayo. Where do you see his pass rush production going?
I actually like Austin Booker. I've liked him for a while now, but I think his trajectory is going up, and I also think the Bears are banking on him continue to get better. Um, it's probably one reason why they've been slow to move on free agency with a pass rusher. I think they're banking on his progression being even greater than last season. I think if he wasn't for starting off slow and injured and being injured, he probably would have had 10 sacks. I think he was at what,
Okay.
4.5, 5, somewhere around there.
Yep.
And yeah, he probably would have had 10. I think had he came in, in a better space. Austin Booker could be the future edge. He's gotten his body together. He's put on some weight. He's put on some muscles. He already had the speed um, to get around the edge. Now he just got to be able to not get thrown around.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yes.
I think he's going to be better at that. The question is he ready to take the full workload? Is he ready for 500 snaps? You know, I don't know. This is uncharted territory for the brother. So that's the question. Is he going to be? Is he going to have the endurance, the stamina, the physicality to hold up as a starting edge rusher for a full season? Can he be Robin to Montez Sweat's Batman? Can he be that guy on the other edge where we can say, okay, they can't focus on a Sweat all the time. They got another guy coming off the other side. Can he be that guy? I think he can. We saw some great things towards the end of the season from him that I was like, oh, this dude got something coming. He cooking. Potential is there. I think Austin Booker will be an 8 to 10 sack guy this season.
I don't disagree with that. But didn't he play close to 500 snaps last season? Half of the season? That
I
was
don't
close
know
to
if he played
500
500, but I want to see him play 500 plus snaps. So that's what I want to see if he can and still have a high motor.
because he was playing when Dio went down and he took over full time. He was playing I think close to 80 to 85% of the snaps.
He did log.
So
I'm looking it up now. He did log over 500 snaps last season, so
yeah,
that's good.
that's half a season. So I mean, if he can sustain, if he could pick up where he left off,
Hmm.
I think that'll be the tell right there. If he can pick up where he left off, not get washed out in the running game, hold the edge, set the edge. I believe he'll be able to handle half of those snaps along with a little more,
And
especially with,
can he, like you said, hold the edge? Can he be a run stopper as well? You know?
yeah. I mean, we've seen instances of that last season where he was holding the edge and he wasn't getting washed down the line of scrimmage so much.
Yeah, not as much as the,
So
the year before. Yeah.
right, so maybe he can improve. Maybe he can improve on that, and then it'll make sense for them to possibly kick Dayo in on the inside as a pass rusher. And you got all type of combinations that wait in with their so-called NASCAR package, rushing a passer. So
Facts.
I think more than half the snaps that he took last year, he should be able to build up on and learn from it and take that and going into the next step, going into this season. So I'm real giddy to see about where his progress is going to be this season, because there was a reason why we didn't go out and attack the defensive end or get an edge. They got to feel some type of trust or confidence in the edges that we got.
Facts.
What happened?
So yeah, we got high hopes for Austin Booker this season. Things were looking good for him at the end of last season, and hopefully the Bears prove the fan base wrong and say, "Hey, we knew we didn't need another edge rusher in the room because we got one already in Austin Booker."
And possibly Dayo as well. I mean, with coach. I mean, we don't know just yet. I mean, they talking about coach him up. I mean, he's a Dennis. He has the frame that Dennis Allen loved. So there's
was Dennis Allen his coach last season?
Last season,
Yeah.
last season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
When he got injured.
Before he got hurt.
Yeah.
Before he got hurt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But well, we don't know what he
motivated
did
Dayo.
Yeah, he's motivated. He's motivated. I mean,
should have
he's
been
a second
motivated
round
from day
pick.
one.
He's a second round pick, so you should be motivated. I mean, as a
He should
second
have been
round
motivated before.
pick. Right.
I ain't got no faith. Basically, I'm saying I don't have no faith in Dayo.
Okay. I mean,
He's a second round pick. He should have been doing something already. Is what I'm saying.
I mean, the coaching staff obviously, Da saw something in him that he can work with him. I mean, he does have a Da frame. We just haven't seen the work on the field.
Did his stats and game tape stand out to you before he got to the Bears?
Before he got to the Bears, no.
Okay.
Before
I don't know
he
why
got
he
to the
gonna be
Bears,
somebody different, huh?
I said no, not before he got to the Bears, but obviously, like Da saw something in him that he can work with, and I mean, I thought we signed him to be a pass rusher and not a run stopper. So I mean, we got a run stopper, but he's not rushing a passer. But at the same time, when he got off the field in week 8, was that week 9 in Cincinnati, the run game went to shit. So, I mean, how do you balance that? Because we brought him in as a pass rusher, but he was more effective in the run game. And then once you see him go down,
so it sounded like we didn't get what we was looking for, and I don't even know why they thought him as a pass rusher because he didn't show anything prior to that.
True, but I got to play devil's advocate. The run game went to shit after he went out, and went to more shit. So, I mean, I don't know. It's like one hand watches the other, but we need pass rush.
We need pass rush. We need run stopping too, for sure.
Yeah,
both of them is needed on that line.
Definitely.
We gave us so many big chunk runs last year. They pissed me off. When we have a team pinned down and they just get a big run on us, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, right up the middle.
Right up the middle.
Right between them tackles. And since we go in there, let's talk about them tackles on the starting line.
Dayo, we ain't gonna stick with the defensive ends. He's gonna jump around.
Well, I was going along the starters first because we're gonna fill those others in.
Okay. Who you
because
want to
those
go with?
others are pretty much rotational players. One starter is the 4th-year pro that's in a contract year, Dexter.
Yeah, Big Dex.
Yeah, he's in a contract year this year.
They say they
Another
can slim
second
down
round
some
pick.
more.
Yeah, and I'm just looking for him to build off because last year it seemed like he took a step back. I don't know if it's DA's defense or the scheme, but last year it seemed like he took a step back compared to his second year in the league. Because in his second year, it's like he took off, and he just wound down toward the end of the season. But last year it seemed like I don't know. It was I ain't gonna say struggle, but he didn't. I don't know if maybe it was because what DA was asking of him to how to play the 3 tech in his system because it's
So
obvious he's
yeah,
playing something different than what Flukes had.
so Dex has always been a problem with me as far as the 3 tech. He doesn't get off the ball fast enough.
Right, right, right,
It's like
right,
we drafted a guy that's a good player, but as far as scheme fit, eh, he may
right.
not be that guy. They trying to make him that guy. He's a you know they're trying to develop him into a 3 tech, getting off the ball quick and stuff like that. But that may not be who he is. You know what I mean? He's is he still a developmental piece and it's going into his 4th season? I hope not. I hope going into the 4th season he's arrived. You know, he might be the most important piece in that locker room because if he arrived, then we're there, in my opinion, because we got the rush up the middle, the run stopper, and all of that. You know, if he has arrived, and we should be seeing that in year 4.
And well, to add to what you're saying, if he has arrived as it depends on what type of tackle that they try to turn him into. Because to me, I don't see him as a 3 tech. I see him as a nose. He fits the nose position better than he does a 3 tech.
He's lost too much weight
And
to be the nose, though, right?
now he has, yeah, now he has. But when he first came into the league, he had nose tackle written all over him. That's just my opinion. I thought he better suited for stopping a run and taking on double teams and
Yeah, that
holding
ain't
up
who
the
he is
double
no more.
team. Yeah, that
He's
ain't
had
who he
two
is no
seasons
more.
of losing weight.
Right,
He ain't the nose now.
right. Yeah. So he's gonna have to catch on some type of way as to what that 3 tech does. So he can stay on the field, get some pass rush, stop the run. That's where I'm not gonna even complain about his pass rush. It's the run stopping ability. That's where we got gashed at the most. Is his the run stopping between the tackles, and he was part of that. So
Yeah, I saw a
I
whole lot
think
of
he
I saw a whole lot of him um, getting past his man, but the run was getting past him. You know
right, right,
what
right,
I mean?
right.
Play
Yeah,
the
because
ball, man. Don't play the man. Play the ball.
right. It was something that Kentavia Street said when he came along that adds to what you're saying.
Hmm.
Play what he say? Play the run on your way to the quarterback. So
Okay.
with what you just said, that's Dex. You playing the run. I mean, you getting to the quarterback, but the running back is past you with the ball already. So as you just said, follow the play, play the run on the way to the quarterback.
Yeah.
So I think he need. I think we need to do that more on the defensive line, along that on the defensive line. I think that's why they saying that we need to coach it more.
So it sounds good in theory. I think it may slow some guys up though if they're trying to play the run on the way to the quarterback. because they're looking for something else besides the quarterback. They're looking for a runner
Okay.
besides
Okay.
getting to the quarterback. It may slow them up. It may not. I don't know. I ain't never played the D line, but just thinking about it in theory, if I'm rushing and I'm beating my guy, I'm almost at the quarterback. Oh shit, there's a runner too. If I'm thinking about that, beating my guy, where's the runner? Then I'm slowing up looking for the runner instead of getting to the QB. I don't know. It's a double-edged sword, but we definitely got to shore up that run up the middle.
But if your eyes are up when the ball is hiked, your eyes should be in the backfield anyway.
Yeah,
So
as a
you
defensive
should be
lineman,
able,
sure.
yeah. So when you make contact with that offensive lineman, you should know where the ball is at. That way, if the play going away from you or coming to you, you can
Okay.
get ready for the play and shed them blockers, get rid of them. Especially if you know you got a double team coming down. So if you got a double team coming down, you know definitely the ball is coming in your direction some type of
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
So at
Shed the
at
blockers.
some
That's
point,
important.
yeah, at some point, your eyes got to be in the backfield anyways, as you rushing the quarterback. So if your eyes is up and you rushing the quarterback, spot the ball.
So that goes back to what you said earlier. Coaching them up, technique,
Yeah,
all that stuff.
yeah. And I think just watching the tape on the free agents that they brought in, Lynch, Gallimore, and Street, they actually do that, and they actually play fast, and they play like real. These dudes are explosive off the ball. I don't understand why they didn't start, but they all um, career rotational players, but they provide some really good depth behind your starters.
So I
And
got a
I
question.
kind what
Go
you
ahead,
got?
finish your thought.
No, I was just gonna say I kind of see why they targeted them in the off season and why they signed them.
So my question is, did DA Dennis Allen and his defensive coaching staff fail the team, fail the players on the defense because now they're preaching coach them up, the techniques and all that stuff instead of last year they were talking about the plays and learning the playbook and all that and kind of push the technique and coaching them up to the side. Did they fail those guys because we saw guys getting washed, we saw guys not with the proper technique, guys losing their battles. Did they fail those guys by not coaching them up last season and just worrying about the scheme?
Yeah, I mean, but the defense got us. The defense part of the defense helped get us to the playoffs. Helps get us
Yeah,
to the second round
but
of the
we could have been a
playoffs.
better team had they, done a better job.
I agree. I agree. Especially along the defensive line. So, did they fail them? Eh, I'm not going to say really fail them. I mean, we could have been better along the defensive line, especially with the pass rush and the run game. Um,
There's nothing left on the defensive line. Pass rush and run
yeah,
game.
yeah.
Ain't nothing left.
So yeah. I would have to say yeah. It picked up later on in the season, but yeah, I would say as a coaching staff, they failed them.
That's a disappointment because Dennis Allen is a veteran coach. He's supposed to be paying attention to those details.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
I don't think he gets a
Let's get
second
it.
year. I don't think he gets a second year failing at his job.
I don't think so either, but I think this year will be better. I think he realized and recognized what he did wrong as far as coaching on his side of the ball. So I think he also realizes that DA had already knew that the team needed to get faster. They needed to get faster up front, and then those guys just didn't cut it in DA's scheme.
Right.
They just ran.
And
They
that's
they ran with him, Yeah, they ran with him because they was on the squad already. They already under contract. So he felt like he can just, if they stick with the scheme of things, because you shouldn't have to teach technique. But if they hammer in the scheme, they can get the scheme down and shit, go out there and play.
Well, you got young players like Austin Booker and Dexter and Gervon Dexter. You got to teach them technique. Old head like Grady Jarrett, Montez Sweat, Billings. No, but those younger cats, you gotta hammer that stuff in. It's gonna get lost in the sauce.
Okay. Let's talk about that other defensive tackle, Grady Jarrett.
Grady Jarrett.
He started the season out. I think he was banged up at the beginning of the season.
He was banged up in camp.
Yeah, he was banged up all season. He didn't seem to like hit his stride until after he came back from that 3 or 4 weeks out.
Took him a minute to get his stuff together for sure.
Yeah. Um, Only problem I have with Jarrett is, of course, he's up in age. He's 33. Um, he's had 3 lower body injuries the past 3 seasons, and with carrying that weight, and that might be a problem for him throughout the rest of his career. Them lower leg injuries, the knees, the ankles, shit like that. You don't recover from that as soon, as you would from like an upper body injury. That's just my opinion. I don't think you recover from those leg injuries as much. So I think I'm hoping that he has a healthy start to camp, and he can recover from those leg injuries the past 3 seasons. And I
Well,
remember you was big on him last year when they brought him in.
yeah. So I saw a press conference of him recently. He said that he has to pay attention to his body more now that he's an older player. When he gets these nicked up and injuries, he needs to, you know, do things to take care of himself instead of trying to fight through it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he's an older player, so I get him. So I hope he's going to pay attention to his body and not put himself in position where he's going to be missing more time than he has to. Miss a game here and there because you nicked up, that's fine. Pay attention to your body. But missing 4 and 5 games, that's not good. It's not good. But Grady Jarrett, is he still a difference maker at 33? I don't know. I think the Bears might have gotten a lemon that the contract is too big for the player. The
Uh, Initially, I thought that, but he can also be the glue to that defensive line in the defensive tackle room. He
Maybe if he was a
can.
rotational piece behind someone, I could see
I
it.
I can. He's going to eventually end up being a rotational piece. He'll be the starter because he's getting paid starter money, but eventually he's going to end up being a rotational piece, especially if he. I'm hoping he don't start the season out slow and injured. I think that'll be a telltale sign for the season in itself. Like he said, he owes us. He did say
He owe the
that he
fans. He
owes us.
said he owe the fans. Yeah.
Right. So I want to see him out there. I want to see him show up that run defense, and I believe that's one reason why they brought him along, to bring him into fold for his run defense.
If he can still
So
create some pressure at this age, then as a healthy Grady Jarrett, that makes us more dangerous in that defensive line room.
I mean,
I don't know
how much pressure did he actually do he actually create being
if
in the
so.
middle?
So creating more would be good.
Yeah, that would be nice, but I don't. But my only issue is I don't see him creating pressure. I just see him more as the run stuffer. You know, taking on the double teams, and because I've seen that a lot, especially last season. You know, just holding up the line, but his running mate wasn't too great. You know, especially when Jarrett came on at the end. So, I mean, we'll see. I'm hoping he gets past these leg injuries, and I hope he can build on that. Get
So
stronger, stay strong throughout the season, and go ahead.
is he a difference maker, or just a veteran stabilizes the middle of the defense?
Until camp start, he's just a veteran stabilizing the defense. We got to see what he got this year on the field. And long as they in pajamas and helmets, we're not going to see it. So right now we just have to go off what ifs or what we've seen previously.
Do we need another
More
impact
likely
player in
last
the middle?
Yeah, I hope he is. I hope he is.
No, I mean, do we need another impact player in the middle?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do we have that other impact player
Something
on the
that you're
roster?
gonna hate. Something that you're gonna hate. We're gonna have to develop that guy. We're gonna have to build for the future.
Why couldn't we just get Myles Garrett and we be done with it?
Nah, Myles Garrett don't take up the middle. Myles
He don't
Garrett
have
is a
to.
defensive end.
He don't have to, because look, he knows how to pass rush and run stop.
What you gonna trade for him? You got nothing.
First round
You got
picks.
nothing.
First round
You
picks.
got, they wanted a player too, and they got.
Give him Austin
We
Booker
ain't got
or
nothing.
give him Austin Booker or Montez Sweat.
You
But
ain't
it's
got.
still an
They
upgrade.
don't. They don't. They wouldn't have wanted. They wouldn't have wanted Sweat. He's too old. Contract still big. They wouldn't have wanted Booker because he hasn't. He's not proven.
But you're giving them picks
yet.
with it. You're giving them picks with it.
Yeah, but give them a. They want a proven player to go along with those picks, and
Montez Sweat is the proven player, man.
Nah, I wouldn't.
And some
at
picks.
this moment,
And some picks. Throw in an extra first round.
At this moment, you don't put him Jerry Verse on that rookie contract still.
If we throw in an extra first round, yeah.
That means you're giving up 2 first rounders.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
And maybe possibly a second round.
Myles Garrett is worth 2 first rounders.
Yeah, but you got to think about your
Two-time
future.
defensive player of the year.
You got to think about your future. You still got to wait.
The future is now. The future is when. This is a song from a underground hip hop Chicago artist. The future is when. The future is now. Waiting and debating ain't my style.
The
future
fine.
is now.
But you're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to keep debating.
Look, as Bears fans, we've been waiting, debating, being patient. We want a winner now. We don't care about your developmental pieces. Get us pieces that can win now.
I thought you were finna go into full LL mode. You've been waiting and debating for oh so long. I thought you were finna go straight into LL.
No, not this time.
I hear you. I feel you as a fan. I feel you. But at some point in time, you got to. They're not thinking like that up there in Hallis Hall. I mean,
I see LA thinking like that. LA has given up every first round pick since 2019.
Right.
All the way through 2027, I believe. They don't have any first round picks because they've given them up. And why have they given them up? Because they think the future is now.
Okay. How many Super Bowls has that netted?
They won one. That's all. And we win one.
Out of 10 years.
They won one.
Think about it.
And if
Think
we
about it.
win one, nothing else is gonna matter, J Mac.
You mortgaging 10 years on
Yes, for one
out of
Super Bowl win.
one.
If we can get one Super Bowl win, I don't care about the next 10 years, dog. I'm good. As opposed
Okay,
to not winning another Super Bowl for the next 40 years. I'll take the one.
now, no, I couldn't.
One for 40.
I mean,
Yeah.
the best thing about it is they're constantly winning. That's the best thing about that. Within them 10 years, they're winning. But you mortgaging, I mean,
They already
getting good
mortgaged.
players. Yeah, you're getting good players, but at the same time, it's just one Super Bowl.
That's man. And how many Super Bowls have we won in the last 10 years?
Hell, how many good players have we had in those 10 years? We had
Khalil Mack. We had Khalil Mack. But I'm saying
we traded away 2 first-round picks.
Gotta shoot for it, dog. You gotta shoot for it. Is my whole thing. My whole point is you gotta shoot for the championship, or you're gonna be stuck in the middle. It's how it's done in all major sports: baseball, football, basketball.
You made that one sacrifice for one winning season, one playoff berth, for one sacrifice, 2 first-round picks for one winning season.
And the rest was on the coaching and the leg of our kicker. It wasn't on Khalil Mack. He was there. He was doing his thing.
Okay, but what about the next season after that?
But what I'm saying is, I think the point is missed.
Back into the playoffs.
I think the point is being missed. You gotta shoot for it, man.
I get your point. You shooting for it, but you gave up those 2 first rounds for Khalil for that moment. At that moment, you're getting a star player, you're getting an impact player, and you only made the playoffs that one season. And then you backed in.
And it wasn't on Khalil. It was on the coaching, man. We had bad coaching.
Okay.
That's true. But we're in a position. We're in a position with a good coach, a good quarterback, a good offense, a defense that's missing something on the line of scrimmage. I think our secondary is pretty good. The defense is missing something on the line of scrimmage. If we can plug in that something, we can shoot for it. We get it or not, we shoot for it. Instead of, let's just develop somebody and maybe we'll get there. Let's go ahead and go get me the gun with the bullets already loaded. I'ma shoot for
it. I feel you, but you ain't got nothing to give up for it besides picks.
Okay.
And you ain't got no player.
Fuck them picks. I'm like LA.
You got. You ain't
like
got no player to give up.
I'm like the Rams. Fuck them picks.
I hear you, but we ain't the Rams.
That's unfortunate because they got a Super Bowl. Saying fuck them picks.
Yeah, they got one Super Bowl.
One is better than none. One is greater than 0.
Out of the 10 years, you should at least have 3? You was in
Super Bowl hard, man. Super Bowl hard to win. It's hard to win, and getting one in the last 10 years is.
Look at the roster that they have. Look at the roster that they have had. Look at the roster. The roster is great. You trading for all these players, these great players. Got one Super Bowl, bro.
I'll take it. Look, I'm a Cubs fan. We've won one World Series in my life. I'm still living off of that one World Series, dog. That was 2016. I'm still living off that one World Series. You can't tell me nothing about the Cubs. I'm tired of living off 85, dog. That's 40 years ago. I'm tired of living off 85.
Shit, imagine Cleveland.
I'm glad I don't live in Cleveland.
Yeah.
I'm glad I don't live in Cleveland.
They got a lot of losing seasons. They got a hell of a lot more than us.
That's why they hang their hat on the LeBron championship in Cleveland.
Yeah.
As a Chicago sports fan, we got richer sports history than that. Bulls with 6, Blackhawks with 3 within a 6-year window in the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? The Cubs in the White Sox. They won one in the 2000s. So I need the Bears to catch up with the rest of the Chicago sports franchise. Even the Chicago Sky won one about 5 years ago. I need the Chicago Bears to catch up with the rest of the Chicago franchises and win a title, and hopefully that'll motivate the Bulls because they'll be the ones low on the totem pole. Come on now.
I hear you. Being a Chicago fan, rooting for your Chicago team.
I'm
Nothing
talking
wrong
about
with it.
yeah. I'm about us winning. I ain't about us. Let's develop this guy. He looks like he's a good character guy. Uh, fuck all that.
Yeah.
Give me somebody dirty and nasty that's gonna get the job done, and maybe even
Right on.
beat you with your own helmet.
Well, speaking of getting the dirty players and that might beat you with your own helmet, we got one in James Lynch. He's one of those get dirty type players on the defensive line. He's actually one of the one that we signed that's a run stopper.
Good.
So that he's there to show up to help show up the defensive line. He's very durable. He's played in 34 games the past 2 seasons, and he's your ultimate rotational player. Somebody get hurt, you just plug him in, and he fills in. I think he's a really good violent run stopper, and he takes on double teams. And I think he has a really good burst, a really good first step, really good burst off the line of scrimmage. His tape looked good too. The clips that I seen of him on YouTube. I like the tape that I saw from him. And
Yeah,
also in the
he's only
run game.
27, so he's still young.
Yeah. He was another a former. All these guys that we discussing on the defensive line is a lot different than when we discuss the trenches on the offensive side of the ball. A lot of the guys on the offensive side of the ball, especially the backups, are a bunch of UDFAs with position flexibility. If you look into the defensive side of the trenches, most of these guys are draft picks. I mean, literally little draft picks, 4th round picks, 7th round
castaways. Picks. We didn't have to trade for them; they were free agents, and they teams did pick them up. So they're castaways too. Maybe that's for a reason. Maybe it's salary. Maybe they ain't that good.
Could be, but it's something that the Bears see in them that could benefit, the team and the defensive line.
It's the Bears. They probably see, we can get them for dirt cheap.
Could be, but I mean, some
this
of them
guy
dirt
had
cheap guys.
Half a sack last year, man.
He's a rotational player.
Yeah.
Again, when he's in there to stop the run, I don't look for sacks.
So maybe when you see him in the game, it's they don't. So when you see him in the game, the other team know you're in your run defense.
Not really, because he can also push the pocket.
He just ain't get to the quarterback.
Right. I mean, if you can disrupt him, move him off his spot.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have a lot of that last year. They was back there making fucking panini sandwiches. So we didn't have a lot of that. If you can move the quarterback off his spot, that's good. Because Billings didn't do it. Chris Williams didn't do it. Who else? Joe Tryon, him.
Shalinka.
Yeah, that dude. He didn't do it. So we didn't get a lot of pressure up the middle to where we didn't get a lot of pressure up the middle to where we moving the quarterback off his spot. So that's something that I've seen within these three tackles that we signed in the offseason. Gallimore, Street, and Lynch. They can actually move the guy off the pocket. I mean,
with all of these rotational pieces, this guy's a backup. He ain't gonna get a lot of
Yeah,
snaps, right?
right,
We're saying our
right.
starters are gonna be legit because this guy he started his career with the Minnesota Vikings as the 4th-round pick. Before his contract was up, they let him out. They let him go. He got 3 seasons and it was up. It was over. Went to Tennessee, 2 years and it was over.
All 34 games he played in, still durable.
But if you ain't playing nothing but a handful of snaps, durability
He's a
ain't shit.
he's a rotational piece.
But you can't bring up durability, dog. He ain't playing.
But he ain't been hurt. I mean,
He ain't playing. That's why he can't get hurt. He only playing a handful of snaps.
What's a handful of snaps? He
I
ain't
don't know.
playing. It ain't special teams where he's making an impact. He's making an impact along that defensive line. Those are the clips that I saw. I seen him on the defensive line making plays. So, I mean, he has some. Damn, this is where I get stuck. Can't find the words that I need. He has some playability. I'll just say that. I think he'll fill in, and we need run stoppers anyways. We don't have any.
That's a fact. Now, is he going to get on the field? That's, you know what I'm saying? Because he
I
don't.
believe he could. Because we what other nose tackle do we got? He can play nose and he can play 3-tech.
Last season, he played roughly 32 to 33% of the team's total snaps. 334 defensive snaps.
Yeah. That's
So
good.
a third of the snaps.
That's good rotation.
He's splitting snaps with 3 players, or he's splitting snaps with 1 player, and then 1 player is getting a whole bunch of snaps.
You keep everybody fresh.
70% or near 70%.
Keep everybody fresh. A lot of these guys are going to be rotational pieces, especially after the core.
I get it. He's a rotational piece. I'm just saying how much of his impact going to be seen. He don't. The numbers don't say, and the amount of snaps don't say he's going to be a big deal.
Well, okay, just look at Grady Jarrett's numbers. Look at
Okay.
Got to play devil's advocate. Look at Dexter's numbers. All those numbers, they all look the same on the interior of the defensive line. Okay. They don't have Dexter got more.
You ain't playing devil's advocate over here because those guys get a thumbs down.
Well, I'm talking about for me. I mean, to me, those guys get thumbs up because you give them a spell. You spell your starters, and you coming in with high motor, high energy guys that's gonna
right. I get you.
Gonna give, yeah.
In theory, that works, but but each unit that comes in has to have an impact on the game. We can't impact the game with the pass rush or the run blocking, as we spoke on earlier.
But that was last season. That was last season.
Same players except for this guy. The guys you just mentioned, Grady Jarrett and Dexter, same guys. Now we got another guy that doesn't have no numbers like anything, just like numbers like them, basically. That is that an improvement.
Now,
it's the same thing.
Think about the year before that when we gave up 68 sacks. You had Wright and you had Braxton Jones, part of that group that gave up 68 sacks. The very next season, we give up 24. Wright still part of that group. Jones started the season, a quarter of the season, part of that group. But the whole group still improved with coaching and a few change of players.
Right. So you just hit the nail on the head. The coaching got better. We still got the same coach from last year. We can't compare the coaching last season that the Bears had with the coaching they had from a previous regime. There's 2 different styles. Now this defensive unit has the same coaching from last year to this year, and that coaching failed them. Also, The players on that
And
line changed. Joe Tooney, Drew Dahlman, Jonah Jackson. That helped shore up. We ain't had nobody in the starting rotation on this year's defense to shore up that sack number. We got the same players for that pass rush and run stopping. It's a difference.
okay, you got the same players, you got the same coaching staff that has told you we need to coach it better. And you going off last season like Ben Johnson said, last season is the last season. Let's see what they do on the field. Let's see how they coach them up.
Hey,
You shitting on them before they put the product on the field first. See what they got, see what they put on the field, and then if it don't improve, then bash them, then shit on them.
I'm
Then
shitting
we
on
got to
what I
get rid
saw
of this
already.
coaching staff.
Your resume precedes you. Dennis Allen and that defensive line was trash. You can talk all you want to talk about coaching them up more. Should have been priority number one last year. So all that is just lip service to me. Your reputation precedes you. We're going to see what these marginal guys that they brought in do. They didn't bring in no starters like they did on the offensive line. They brought in rotational pieces. It's a world of difference. We're going to see.
Okay. Now, in your words, your reputation precedes you. You wanted Dennis Allen based on his reputation.
Mm-hmm.
His reputation preceded him.
Absolutely.
So give him a chance to get his
gave
shit
him a
together.
chance.
Yeah, but you gave him one season.
I'm giving him another season. I ain't got no choice. But I'm just saying, I can shit on him because of that one season until something else happens. I don't want to hear it. My point is, I don't want to hear about it. I'm waiting and see.
As we all say, let him get the players that he wants. Let him get the players that need needs.
Now,
get the players that fits his system.
Why didn't he get the players that fit his system last year? He didn't come in the middle of the season. He came in before free agency, before the draft. He still could have gotten the players he wanted.
You got a few players. You can't you can't get you know yourself. You can't overhaul the whole team.
The Bears did on the offensive line and one off season. They overhauled it.
You signed 3 players.
Let me get 3 new defensive linemen. We got 3 offensive linemen.
We got 3 we got 2 new defensive linemen. We got Odeyingbo and we got Jarrett. Jarrett came in injured.
Jarrett got injured. No Odeyingbo, man.
But that's who we got.
I know. And that's a fail.
I wouldn't necessarily. I ain't gonna call it a fail yet.
We saw who he was before he got here. He was nothing special, nothing spectacular, nothing. He wasn't no Dahlman. He wasn't no Jonah Jackson. He definitely wasn't no Joe Tooney. He wasn't no none of their level.
Maybe
That's
not.
all I'm saying. But it was a marginal piece that they plugged in the starting lineup. Give me an impact player in the starting lineup.
DA wanted them. That's all I can say. So DA sees something.
That makes it a failure.
DA sees something in them. I don't necessarily make it a failure. DA sees something in them.
The results say a failure. Well, we graded the defensive line at the end of the season. Did we give like a D? Right. We both gave him like a D or something like that.
Right.
Yeah. That ain't good.
Year. That's just last year. People improved.
With players that he wanted, like you just said. He saw something in him. I mean, he still got a D.
Yeah. Yeah. I just reserve to shit on them at this moment until they get on the field and they get in pass.
Until he fail you again.
And that's fine. You give the players the benefit of the doubt. If they get better, they get better. I mean, you never know. Sometimes in contract years, or just having better coaching, or shit, you never know. Something might have sparked something in them, in order for them to go out there and play better, or just to get acclimated with the new system. Shit,
hey, you never know.
Give them 2 years.
You play sports. I play sports. The spark in me was always I love competing. That was the spark in me. I love to compete. Okay. I don't know if that was a spark in you, but I think it was. I love
I
competing.
like dominate. I like beating people up.
There you go. There you go. These are professionals. They should love competing or whooping some ass. One of the two.
Facts. Facts.
They
But
on a
at the
whole other
same,
level than we were.
yeah, hell yeah. But
Whoop some ass. Go whoop some ass. You
when
shouldn't
you
have to be
getting paid,
motivated to whoop some ass, is my point.
nah, I don't think so. But shit, when you making 15 million and you gonna get that anyway, like it.
You want another contract, right? You want to keep that train running as long as you can.
Right on. Right on.
Yeah. Don't
That's
fuck
true.
yourself off.
That's
Let's go.
from there, let's Shamar Turner. Oh, just to close out Odeyingbo,
Yeah, we never
think I
really got it
stated.
to him.
I
But
think I stated he should be ready. He should be ready to go
yeah, I
by
saw
the
that.
start of training camp. So
Good for
let's see.
Odeyingbo.
Yeah, let's see what he turns out.
Is he a
When
starter?
training camp start.
When he
I mean,
come
is he
back,
a
is he a
starter?
starter?
No, him and Book gonna have to go at it because
So
I don't see none of these other defensive ends that's probably practice squad guys making a push for anything. Most of these other deep, in which is shocking. We only got like 6 defensive ends on the roster, 6, and uh, I count Shemar Turner as a tweener between defensive tackle
Dayo
and
as well.
defensive end. Yeah,
Hybrid.
but yeah, exactly. But as far as defensive ends, we don't have many. And the guys that we got are practice squad, special teams, mainly practice squad. Is how I look at it.
Myles Garrett. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, man.
Well, we're gonna go with Shemar Turner, the
Shemar
last
Turner,
year's second round pick.
second round pick. Is he coming into camp healthy? If he is, fight for the job. You're a second round pick. You should be starting. Fight for the job. Get the job. Take off with the job. You're a second round pick for a reason, right? Dennis Allen
Yeah,
wanted this guy for a reason.
right. Because
Can he
he fits
contribute
Dennis
quickly?
Allen's mode.
Can he
Say that
replace
again.
Grady Jarrett? Can he contribute quickly? And can he replace Grady Jarrett?
Well, unfortunately, we won't learn that until he get back on the field.
Yeah,
And
he ain't got enough tape
they,
on him.
yeah, and they saying that he might not be ready to go until the preseason. They're like at the latest, like week 4, but as
I,
early as training camp. But I don't
I
think
thought
he'll
I
be
heard
ready.
something um, about those guys really having a lot of faith in him. BJ and Da.
Yeah,
So
I mean they again they see something. They coaches. I mean they have an eye for that shit. So they see something in them.
hopefully they
They
have
see
an eye
some.
for that shit.
Well,
We seen some
well,
bad picks that didn't make it.
true. But and like you just said, it depends on that player itself to have that want, to have that hunger to want to
It's
be
a
better.
combination though, because you
Yeah.
gotta pick a right. The player has to be a fit for your scheme in whatever sport. I've seen players on basketball teams and football teams that get to the wrong team and they don't look like they was what they were hyped up to be, and then they go to another team and be like, oh, that's what they saw. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's coaching
Mm-hmm.
and it's the
Yeah.
player. Yeah.
Yeah. It's one player I got some high hopes for that we can
Daniel
develop.
Hardy.
No, no,
I
no,
bullshit.
no.
I'm being funny, man.
No. That's our special teams ace. We ain't even discuss him. You know, he's one of the defensive ends that we got on the squad, but he
Yeah,
ain't.
I just messing around. Move on.
Yeah, he's our special teams ace. I mean, he's only the second year with the team, But no, he's going into his 4th year with the team. And out
Third,
of
I
4
think.
years, he only,
Yeah.
huh?
Is it third or fourth?
His 4th with the team.
Okay.
Because his first year he spent on the practice squad. And the
Okay.
last 2 he spent mainly on special teams.
Okay.
Special teams ace, 19 tackles, 13 solo, somewhere around there. Made actually 1 start, but not a real impact on the defense.
So who's this one
But
player you excited about?
I want to see what Jaden Loving does. He's played 5 years in college, 2 at Bethune-Cookman, 2 at Western Kentucky, and then finished out his college career at Wake Forest. And he's
Why are you
supposed
excited
to be
about this cat?
he's supposed to be real explosive, supposed to have some really good RAS numbers, and supposed to be really good at stopping the run.
Okay.
So, I mean, he's a UDFA, but at the same time, most UDFAs don't make the squad. You know they'll if he's quiet about it, we can develop him on a practice squad.
Okay. I got a question. Just popped in my head. So, do you think coaches are honest about their evaluations to the media and to the fans when they have a guy like this guy you mentioned? Like, let's say, for instance, in camp, he's outperforming somebody that's under contract. But are they going to cut that player that's under contract or demote that player that's under contract and give this guy those minutes, those snaps? Or they be
You
like,
think
nah,
they're
let's,
honest?
yeah.
So your question is, do you think they're honest? Wow. No, because I mean it.
So it's
I
pretty
don't
much
know.
set in stone already then.
No, actually, because I seen it one time. I think we seen it with PJ Walker. We thought for sure he was going to be the backup because they signed him to a 2-year contract. Some of that money was guaranteed, and we figured he was going to come in and instantly back up JF1, and it wasn't the case.
Yeah,
Even with
you're
his
right. I remember that
pedigree in
now.
the NFL, huh?
See, I say you're right. I remember that now.
Yeah. So yeah,
One
Joe,
once is
that do count.
an anomaly. We don't really see that very often.
That I mean,
Usually, when they pay a guy, he's the guy.
we see it now. Only we see it once because we actually saw it. But when it comes to other teams, we don't. It's just my opinion. I don't know how they
Right.
go about their business, but we
Yeah, I'm only
actually
talking about the
saw it
Bears. I
happen.
don't care about them squads.
Right on.
Yeah.
But I mean, you want to go into just to see where has it happened on any other team.
No, I just want to know about the Bears' honesty. To be honest with you, how honest are they?
Yeah, fuck everybody else.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care if they honest about they players, who gets the
Yeah,
snaps and who don't. Do the
yeah,
Bears
like
hold themselves accountable to the better player, or not the
mhm.
contract,
Yeah, like you see.
or not the pick?
Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's a second round
they
pick,
don't
so we
want
got to play him. Or he has this big contract, so we got to play him the most snaps. Or this guy outperformed him. I don't care if he was second round pick. This fifth round pick outperformed him. He's got to play. That's what I want to know
yeah,
about the Bears. Or
that's
does
what that
UDFA
was.
outperform the second round, third round pick? He got to play.
Yeah, that was an anomaly.
Yeah,
But I mean, we seen how Velus Jones got to stick around because of his draft status.
exactly. He shouldn't have been
You
sticking
know,
around. They should have been dropped his ass.
I mean, and just think about Zach Pickens, a 3rd round pick. Once Ben Johnson came in, he came in with his coaches. DA was like, I thought the tape looked good on him, but that was in college. They
Yeah,
got
you gotta
rid
let
of
that
him.
one go.
Yeah, they got rid of him. He was a third
DA
round
was
pick.
probably like, I can't do nothing with him, man. I saw
Right.
his pro tape. No.
Yeah. And shit, he went over to KC. They practice squad, and he ain't there no more either. So, yeah. No, I mean that one
So that's a
time
good
was
example. It's a good example of them
moving on.
moving on from a player that was a high pick.
Yeah. So yeah, I think this coaching staff they'll play the better player. I believe so.
Okay. Somebody just thought
Yeah.
about. All right, we ain't got much
That
time.
was that was dope. That was dope. I like that. That was really good. Yeah. Because you don't see that a lot. You don't see it being brought up a lot either.
Nah. Be fair
So
to those
real quick,
players. Uh-huh.
right on. Real quick before we wrap this up, where do you see Vandenberg? You think Vandenberg going to make the initial 53, or he's going to be placed on the practice squad? The 6th-round pick from this year.
I want to say practice squad, but I want to see him in camp, see what they say about him in camp. If he's going to be one of those players who's going to impact. But I want to say practice squad initially. But we're going to see. We're going to see. Because if he's good and we know we got the same players returning in the middle, and if he's good, then he should be on the roster. I don't see nobody in that middle that should feel secure if he's good. They shouldn't feel secure.
Okay.
Ain't no superstars, ain't no stars, ain't no Pro Bowlers. So if he's good, give that man a shot.
All right. One question that you always pose, but I'm going to pose it. Who benefited from us not drafting a defensive end or a defensive tackle that on a higher grade than Vandenberg? Who benefited from that?
I want to say Dayo, but his contract is too big. He was going to be here anyway.
Okay.
It's a great question. I want to say Shemar, but he was a high draft pick. So
Go with him.
got to be
Come
Austin
on.
Booker. Got
There
to be
you
Austin
go.
Booker.
There you go. He benefited a lot even from last year when Dayo got hurt and Shemar Turner.
Yeah.
He got he got most of them snaps. So yeah, I feel like he benefited a lot from that, and I
Yeah.
think
He gets a chance.
I think he has the upper hand
Yeah.
to start opposite of Sweat.
Yeah. He gets the chance to be a starter for the first time as a full-time starter for the first time in his career, right? So
Yeah, so that goes to that adds to your question as to you have Booker, who was a 5th-round pick. So you're going to start him over Dayo, who has a $15 million contract, $45 million for
if he
3
has a
years.
better camp, I will want him to. Yeah. I don't care about
So
the contract.
well, there we go. Now we're about to see. Now we're
Yeah.
about to
We're
see.
about to see what the Bears made of.
Yeah,
They gonna
we're
sit
about
that
to see what
$15 million
Dayo.
on the bench, or they gonna start that $15 million. We gonna see.
Mm-hmm.
If
Yeah.
Austin outplays him, that's only if Austin outplays him. That we're gonna see what they made of. You know what I'm saying? Which I think Austin will outplay them. Play him. Yeah.
Okay. I'm keeping my fingers
I have
crossed.
no faith in Dio. I have no faith in Dio. I do not see a motivated Dio out there. I see Dio's
Well,
who Dio been.
we got
He's
to
been
see.
who he is.
We got to see Dayo motivated. So we got to wait to see what a motivated Dayo looks like when he get out there on the field.
That sounds like a terrible player. A motivated Dio. Sounds like a terrible player. A player I would have never me if I was a GM. I'm like, this dude ain't motivated. I ain't picking him. I ain't signing him. I don't want nobody like that. I want somebody that's self motivated.
Nah, he was motivated to sign that contract, bro.
Yeah, I know. I would have too. I would have too. Where do I sign? I ain't even gonna read. I ain't gonna get a lawyer to look at it or nothing. Where do I sign it?
Right on, right on. Oh yeah. Just to real quick, close it out. We got two other defensive ends that's on the squad. Jeremiah Martin, a
I'm about to say, do anybody
UDFA.
care about these guys?
Nope. That's why they last and toward the end of the pod.
We ain't even got to talk about them. Go ahead, though, bro.
Jamree Cromar, he was on the practice squad last year. Most of these guys just practice squad guys that was on the team last year. And Jonathan Garvin. And that concludes
Okay,
it.
cool. Good luck, fellas. Good luck. I wish you nothing but the best. Maybe not with the Bears. Somewhere else.
Right on the practice squad. Right on the practice squad.
Right on the practice squad. Hey, do we want to grade this room, the edge, the interior, the depth, overall?
You can. You can. I don't have a good grade, but you can. My grade, no. Just an overall grade for the line itself.
Yeah.
C minus.
C minus. All right. I agree with that grade. In our division, where would our D line rank against the other team's D lines? Last. Okay.
Yeah. Right now, last. And until I'm just going last because we're going off paper. Now, until they get on the field and actually start hitting, and playing some preseason games, getting some practice. What the practice is? You got two team practices in against each other.
Yeah.
What they call that?
Yeah.
Yeah. We get to see them go up against some other teams practicing. And then right now I'm just gonna stick with the C minus until we actually get to see them in pads.
Would you trade the Bears defensive line for any of the other teams in our division's defensive line? The whole line, whole starting five.
D line, whole starting five.
Or 4-3. Yeah, we play 4-3.
Okay.
Our whole starting five.
Right on. Okay, starting five. That's offense. D line, I would go with, unfortunately. Oh wow, it's a toss up between Minnesota and Detroit.
Okay, I was about to say Detroit, but I go with Minnesota as well.
Yeah, it's a toss up between Minnesota and Detroit.
Okay, and you got any sack predictions for Sweat, Dexter, Booker, and Jarrett?
Sweat, second year in DA's defense, I predict 10 to 12 sacks. Booker, 8 to 10 if he stays healthy. Dexter, I can see him getting the same amount of sacks, which is 6. Grady, his sack total, his average has been like 1.5 to 3 a year. So if he stays healthy, this season, I look for him to get at least 2.
So only improvement is Booker.
Well, Sweat too.
You said 10 to 12.
Yeah,
you got 10, right?
Because if on a high end, if he get 12, that's an improvement.
Okay.
And then that's not.
You didn't really give me a solid number. You just okay.
Right on. I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah, I feel you. All right.
I just see improvement, especially if
which offensive line is going to be toughest for us to block in our division to
attack,
defend, to attack in our division? Which offensive line is better?
Offensive line. Okay, Green Bay, they lost a lot of their starters.
Yeah, they did.
I'm gonna go with Detroit because they got more. I feel like they got more continuity along their offensive line than
they had a bad offensive line last year. They lost a couple guys.
Yeah, but we didn't get to them.
Good point.
We didn't get to them. Detroit and I think Detroit would be the toughest.
Okay.
At this moment. But that's just going on paper. What about you? Real quick.
Detroit.
Detroit. Okay,
Yeah.
what about the other question that you posed to me? The first question.
I don't remember the question. Damn.
Who got the better defensive line in our
Oh,
in
Detroit.
our
I answered that. I said Detroit.
Oh, okay. You did say Detroit. Okay. I got you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
And we actually agree on something.
So when we get to January, what has happened to the Bears fans when we say the defensive line major strength? What would be our major strength by the time we get to January on the defensive line as a Bears
What
fan?
would
What we
what would
project,
be our major
what we
strength
project to be our major strength by this time, by
along
January
the
next year.
defensive line?
Yeah.
Um.
What we want to see as our major strength. Who player? Maybe it's a player. Maybe it's a area in the game.
I want to see a run game hold up.
Run stopping.
Yeah. I want to see the run game hold up. Because if the run game hold up, you put them in more passing situations. More
Okay.
passing situations, it opens up more for the pass rush. And there you go.
All right. I want to
So
see Austin Booker become a star. That's what I
okay.
want. If he becomes a star, opposite of Sweat, our defense is going to be greatly improved in my mind. But I like what you said, stopping the run, because we struggle.
Yeah, and then hopefully, then we can see Austin Booker take off on the end, hit
Yeah,
Jordan Love
facts.
and hitting Jordan Love right upside his helmet, knocking him the fuck out.
Jordan Love better stop ducking his head, getting concussions.
Hey, that's
Keep
on
your
him.
head up. Keep your head up. That's on him.
That's
You
on
right.
him. Right. Keep your head up and get it knocked off. That's what you do.
Nah, cause we ain't hitting him in the head. We ain't hitting him in his head if it's up. He was going for the chest, but this dude ducked his head. He ducked his
Yeah.
head.
So
No.
he can still get his head knocked off by getting hit in the chest.
Yeah, for sure.
You still see that head rolling. Yeah.
Coward.
Yeah.
Oh, he's coming. Let me duck. Take that shit like a man.
Yeah, it was like that. You remember that Myles Garrett when he was like when he beat a Packer player and he was like, Jordan, run.
I remember that.
Myles Garrett was barreling down on Jordan Love, and I forgot who it was that he beat. And these dudes just start yelling, run!
That's
Myles
funny.
Garrett coming for your ass.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that our defensive line, our defensive end, can put some fear into an offensive line this year, at least one time.
One time.
Yeah, at least once. Somebody offensive line fears us.
All right, so
That's
if the
what I'm
Bears
hoping.
take off next year, it might have to be in this room, the defensive line room.
Yeah.
J Mac, take us away.
Man, if you guys bleed blue and orange the way we do around here, y'all hit us up. Like and
Hit us up.
subscribe.
Like and
Bear down.
subscribe. Bear
There you
down,
go.
folks.
For sure.
All right, man.
Appreciate you having me, brother.
Yes, sir. See you again soon.
For sure. Talk some more football.
All right.